Welcome to Safety Matters. I'm Officer Rad Rotella with the Frisco Police Department.
And I'm Battalion Chief Jay Kleeper with the Frisco Fire Department. And today, we're going to give you a behind-the-scenes look.
We're going to go around a house and figure out what you can do to keep your home safe during summer vacation. We're also going to go behind the scenes at dispatch.
Summertime means pool time. We're going to give you and your family some tips on how to keep everyone safe around the pool this summer. We'll also tell you why you're likely to see an engine on a medical call.
So stick around and find out why safety matters. We're here at Mr. Burton's house. He's about to go on vacation. So what we're going to do is a home security survey to make sure his house is good to go before he hits the road. Good morning, Mr. Burton. How are you doing?
Good morning, officer.
I'm Officer Rotella, Frisco Police. Thank you for having me over for your home security survey. If you want to come out here, we'll get started.
Glad to meet you, sir.
All right. First thing I noticed was that you have a camera installed. That's awesome. That's great crime prevention for not only your house, but for the neighborhood as well. Did you also know that you can go to friscopd.com and register that camera through SafeCam?
I didn't know that.
Well, that's something we might be able to look at before we hit the road.
Terrific.
What do you say we get started?
Great.
Awesome.
Let's do that.
All right, Mr. Burton, the first thing we want to look at for your home security survey is your bushes. Now, you have a great looking garden, absolutely, but the key points you want to look at when you're going on vacation especially is keeping your shrubs nice and low. You want to be able to see the full window, you want to be able to see inside the shrubs, and if an officer's driving by, they want to be able to see anybody that might be trying to hide in here. So this is great, just make sure you're keeping them low. And while we're looking at it, this window, you want to make sure that you're keeping those blinds closed, especially when you're on vacation. You don't want to give anybody the opportunity to look inside your house. So when you leave, just shut those blinds, all right?
You know, as a matter of fact, you bring up a good point because I don't do that typically. So in the future, I'll take your suggestion.
Absolutely. And there's always better ways to keep your house safe. Now let's go take a look at your gate. Now, Mr. Burton, do you have a security system?
I do.
Excellent. Have you registered it with the city yet?
No, I have not.
Well, cool. Make sure that you do that and get your permit so that your alarm system's registered with the city.
Okay, I will do that.
Next thing we're going to look at is your gate. Now, you have a good sturdy fence and a good sturdy gate, but the way you get into any backyard is going to be through this latch right here. Before you go on vacation, make sure you put a lock on it. Now, you'll see there's holes here. There's going to be holes on the inside too. So before you leave, take a big sturdy lock and make sure you're using the holes on the inside of the gate so that nobody can get in from the outside.
I appreciate that suggestion.
Absolutely. Now, the last thing we're going to look at is your garage door. Now, remember, Mr. Burton, whether you're going on vacation or just leaving for the day, you want to make sure that all your doors are locked and your garage door is closed. Now, this is exactly what we want to see. It's a good, solid garage door with no windows. The windows would allow somebody to see if you're home, take a look to see if your car's still there. So we don't want to see any windows. We want to make sure it's closed at all times. Now, do you have anybody watching your house while you'll be gone?
No, I don't.
Okay, so if you can't get a neighbor to watch your house for you, or if you can't get a family member to come check on your house for you, you can sign up on friscopd.com. You can request a house watch. And what that does is it tells the officers working the beats in your area to swing by your house every once in a while because you're not in town. It just keeps extra eyes on your house.
I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. Well, that concludes our walkthrough here. If there's any questions, I'll be on my way.
Terrific. Thank you very much.
At the Frisco Police Department, we are ready for any type of emergency. But how do you get a hold of us? You can, of course, call 911 anytime. But did you also know that you can text 911? Just text your emergency to the number 911, and it will come right here to the Frisco Police Department Dispatch Center. Now here's Amber McQuitty to take us behind the scenes of dispatch.
Frisco 911, what's the location of your emergency?
When we take a call, we listen to what the caller is telling us, and then within the first few seconds, we determine which call type works best.
What's the address?
What's the address?
The first thing we ask is address, because we need to know where to send help. When they call in, they'll tell us what's going on. It's usually something very detailed, so that's how we can narrow it down to what type of call type.
Squad line. The fire department in Rock.
So if someone calls in and says, I have a family member that's having chest pains, we know it's a medical emergency, and we can send the fire right away. Take one, go ahead. Receive. Our system is is actually an excellent one. We're very lucky here in Frisco. We have a lot of things that we can use. We have closest to dispatching for fire. They pick the closest apparatus to the medical calls to get them there quickly. For police, it's priority 1 calls, so that helps burglary and progress, things like that. They get to quicker. We have a lot of technology here in dispatch that's really helpful to us.
The 4th of July is time for fun and activities, but remember, fireworks are prohibited within the city limits of Frisco.
That's right, Rad. They are illegal. You cannot possess, distribute, or discharge fireworks within the city limits. Those that are in violation of that ordinance can be cited by the Frisco Fire Department's Fire Marshal and Fire Prevention Office. So please, have fun this year on July 4th, but leave the fireworks to the professionals. As we get into the summer pool season, one of the best ways to promote pool safety is the Water Watcher program. Here to talk to you about that program and what it means to be a water watcher is Leslie Gerdner from Frisco Fire Safety Town.
The Water Watcher program is a program for the Frisco Fire Department where we are wanting parents to actively watch your children in the pool, around water. That is not looking at your device, not reading a book, not talking to a friend. We want you looking at the water and actively watching. So the Water Watcher program is a lanyard, very simple, but if you're wearing it, you are the one responsible for watching the water. If you need to go inside, get a drink, anything, you hand it to another responsible adult and they put that lanyard on and they're the ones responsible for watching the children. We want everyone to have a fun summer and not have an emergency.
One of the questions we get asked a lot is, why do we send an engine or a truck on a medical call? Well, there's really 2 big factors that determine why and when we send an engine or a truck. The first being the nature of the emergency. If it's something serious like chest pain, shortness of breath, altered level of consciousness, we'll always send an engine or a truck in order to provide extra manpower and assistance during that emergency. The second one being if the fire truck or the engine is closer than the ambulance while responding to that emergency. Our goal is to provide a high level of service at all times, and sometimes by sending an engine or a truck, we can get there quickly and provide that service promptly. July 4th and Frisco Freedom Fest are just around the corner, so come on out. Frisco Fire Department will be on hand with their 1940 model fire truck and volunteer opportunities open to the public.
Don't forget to stop by the Frisco Police Department's tent, where we're going to have a 1988 Crown Victorian police car and all sorts of police gear for you to try on. Thanks for sticking around. We'll see you next time on Safety Matters.